y'all need to go check out all his channels. I ain't gonna just say both. He may have 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. So like Fox Farms though, like I noticed like, so if you're going to plant a plant in some Fox Farms ocean forest, per se, you plant a plant in there and you veg it out for like 2 months and you get that plant monstrous and you're ready to flip it into flower. Now you have to add amendments to there because there's nothing left in it.
Okay, back up just a little bit. When you say you planted it for a couple months and it took off monstrous, do you know what's in that mix that makes that plant grow?
Synthetic salts.
It's pretty much what it is, but it's ammonium nitrate. So they spray this ammonium nitrate on sawdust, and that ammonium nitrate is like, it's like acid on a fucking slug. So think of the organic and biology that's in there. It's killing. They put that on there. You can throw a pile of that. It's called nitralized sawdust is what the industry calls it, as an amendment to mix it, and that's what they buy. Roots Organic, a bunch of them do that as an amendment, and that's their nitrogen pack. And then they tell you they put a bunch of guanos and they do other stuff. They don't put shit on it. That's what it is, and that's the reason, the difference between a good quality soil and them. And you just explained it, is it shot up and it grew some veg and it did really well. But the thing it's missing is that now, like if you grew in my soil or some good soil, it's not always my soil, but the difference between mine, you're asking me, and Fox Farm and all the case studies, Fox Farm with ammonium nitrate in the soil, that plant will shoot up really quick. It grows quick, and it's for tomato plants. Just call it tomatoes, let's do tomato, but same thing with any other cultivar. Is it shoots up really quick and it puts off a few tomatoes, and the wind comes and that plant has no structure and it falls over and it's lanky, right? My soil versus the same tomato plant, you got a fucking heavy stalk, you got this plant that just fucking sits up and does its thing, and it's putting off tomatoes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the difference. And why does mine do that? Because I have a living soil concept behind it. I want you to grow with bacteria. I want you to grow with fungi. I want you to do everything that is healthy in that plant. The last thing you want to do is feed ammonium nitrates in a tomato to your kids at the dinner table. If you, once you know kind of, you know? So.
Marijuana ads are enticing kids to try weed. Come on, people. This is like straight out of a propagandist book. This is right out of Reefer Madness. So, marijuana, this is from CNN, of course. So, marijuana ads are enticing kids to try weed, study says. Who did this weed? Parents opposed to pot? A legal loophole is allowing children who access social media to see enticing advertisements for marijuana with potentially dangerous consequences. Under the Controlled Substance Act, it's illegal to advertise the sale of use of marijuana using federal airwaves or across state lines. But that hasn't stopped social media ads on cannabis websites from reaching youth of all ages who use screens. I'm not even going to go any farther. I will link this study. You're more than welcome to read it. Let me just read the little synopsis. According to a 2024 national survey, over 7% of 8th graders and nearly 16% of 10th graders, almost 26% of 12th graders, said they have used cannabis in the last 12 months. So I'll post the link to the study if you're interested in it, but hear me out. When I read this, and I'm going to sound like a grumpy old man, but when I read this, why is the onus, why is the pressure on marijuana ads and kids seeing those ads? How long has sex been on TV? It's been, what, culturally accepted since, I remember the first gay kiss. I remember that was on a particular show somewhere in the 90s. I think it had to do with Ellen DeGeneres. She was the first lesbian actor out, and it was a first gay episode of something. Power to it. That shit's been on TV since the 90s. Sex, I can't even turn on HBO. HBO's a horrible example, but I can't turn on regular television without seeing cleavage, or short skirts, or dudes without their shirts on. I'll include men as well. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Dudes in speeders.